It's about that time. Welcome back to the show. This is the ATP. Today we are going to do the predictions for the upcoming week in the EPL game week 8, and we have a couple of juicy games coming up. Before we even begin the whole show and I introduce my panel, I would like to remind you to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share to your friends, and let's hear from you in the comments. Okay, so with me to help predict how the games are going to go this weekend, I have GQ. GQ, we have an interesting game.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to we'll talk about like 6 games because
Right.
the rest I think speaks for themselves. But the Burnley Chelsea. Before we go, I just want to hear from you. How are you going to this game?
Now, I just want to let people know that if you get to hear this before the weekend, just all my predictions, just make a bet, you win.
All right.
I know what I'm
So
doing.
they should create a best
I'm
slip. They should create a best slip based on your predictions.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Oh.
Like I'm
Okay.
an expert. I know.
Next to him is the one and only.
Yeah.
The Super One.
Yeah.
The Noma.
Yeah.
The man himself.
Yeah. The
Jude
truth.
is able.
The truth.
The truth.
The truth only comes from my mouth.
Absolute.
Okay.
Truth.
The
Absolute.
no
I only-
ifs and buts.
No ifs and buts. I only do absolute.
Okay, all right. So how do you feel about your prediction? Do you think when you predict about games, do you think it's like spot on, or you are a bit off the target a couple of times?
Well, I like big odds.
Yes.
So I like making.
He's a
it-
Yeah,
greedy,
upset.
in short,
You are
in
into
short, he's a
upsets.
greedy man.
Yes.
I like making the odds very tasty.
Okay.
Yeah. So when it comes to placing normal bets, yeah, I would give you an accurate analysis, but
You all right?
I'm a greedy guy.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, so not to waste much time, let's go into the first game. Coming off their first win, not really coming off their first win because they played against Burnley midweek. They played an outstanding match against Burnley and they lost 2-1 at home. Luton hosts the Spurs. And Spurs come into this game unbeaten, coming off, riding on of the wave of beating Liverpool 2-1. And I think this, in my opinion, might be a walk in the park for Spurs because of how good they are and how bad and atrocious Luton have been so far in the league. What do you think? Can we expect a tough game for Spurs because it's at a home ground of Luton? The pitch isn't as smooth or good, so there might be some rough patches here and there. And Spurs are known to be not so good against like smaller teams, especially in the Carabao Cup. So I think Luton hosting Spurs and having their pitch something like a Carabao Cup level kind of pitch, is it going to hurt the style of play that Spurs are used to?
Spurs. This is an easy game for the Spurs. Right now, it's just wishful thinking from everybody for
Yeah.
Spurs to be Spursy.
All right.
But I think, they win this game.
Okay. They win, and can you give us a score?
I think 4-0.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
Straight
4-0.
up, 4-0.
Straight up.
I might even go deeper than that and tell you Son would get anything from 2 to 3 goals.
Ooh. Okay. Madison.
Just assist and a
Okay.
goal. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Noma.
for me, this game, I think it will not go as planned. But I'm going for a Spurs win. And it will be probably 1-0 in favor of Spurs.
So
yeah.
that meaning it will be a tough game.
Yeah, to be a
and
tough
they'll
game.
barely
yeah.
scrape by.
And they'll maybe get an early goal 1-0. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I think this might be an easy game for Spurs. I'm hoping I'm being a bit salty as a Liverpool fan, but I'm hoping it could be an upset, but it's Luton. It's definitely going to be an easy game for Spurs. So I'm going for a 3-0, or even if Luton are so lucky, 4-1 in favor of Spurs. Next game, we are talking about the Blues traveling to Burnley, who just won their first game in the season. The billion reason. Coming off with Mudryk, the 100 million goal scorer. He's about to say that he's not 100 million, but yeah, who cares? Who cares?
No, you don't care. I know the audience will care, so
potato.
Ukraine Barbie.
The Ukraine Barbie.
I'm just here to...
And the City graduate that's making all Chelsea fans wear their pants. They are all going for him, Cole Palmer. the one and only, the savior. So far, it used to be Enzo. Enzo was the savior. Now Cole Palmer has taken
Enzo was
everything.
not enough.
Now, yeah, they're not used
Enzo
to
was
it.
not
They are
enough.
so used to Enzo now. They're like,
Enzo
it's like that
is
rich
a-
kid who has a different toy, but when he gets a new toy, drop the old toy and picks up a new one. That's the Cole Palmer to Chelsea.
Well, this is not how it works with us. You see,
Oh, but wait, I know you are in a hurry. I'm not going to let you talk.
Enzo was not enough. He ended up being mid-table guy. So
Yes. Now they say Enzo needed someone next to
he
him.
needs someone next to him.
Yes, and
Great players don't need great things next to them. They just
Okay,
deliver.
all
But
right.
anyway.
I feel I'm coming on too strong for the Chelsea fans, but Chelsea travels to Burnley and they
Yeah.
take on Company's team. Let's start with you, Noma.
I think Chelsea would get another win. I
Yeah.
think Chelsea will get another win because this has been, they have got a run of 2 favorable games
Okay.
coming off the last game against
Fulham.
Against Fulham. Now
Yeah.
they're facing another. This one might be a relegational team
Yeah.
in Burnley, so it's their level of competition that they need, like
Okay.
mid-table, bottom
Okay.
half teams. So this is what Chelsea need right now to get their confidence right.
Yeah.
And then so I'm going for a Chelsea win in a 2-0 form, in a 2-0. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm seeing them win 2-0.
GQ.
So finally, come to me. Yeah. So we're coming off I would say a positive game. All right. I think the morale is up. And Mudryk, by the way, 65 million, scores his first goal. And he's looking good. I hope we go with the same formation. And I think with that, we should win 3-1. 3-1 versus Burnley.
Okay. If you remember, Broja came off your last game injured. So, is he fit? Or if he's not fit, would you be confident with Nicholas Jackson leading the attack?
Okay, they say that it is. He was going to come off at 60 minutes anyway because he hasn't played for
For a
a
while,
year.
yeah.
So he went off limping a bit, and they say it was nothing. It's nothing. But
Okay.
I've heard that before. Rich James.
Okay.
And I remember in the group chats, I'm like, no player as good as Rich James will want to come off a game in Liverpool, and we haven't seen him since, right? So I'm hoping it's the case that he's not injured, but I'm cautiously optimistic. I am not very optimistic. I would want to see Broja with the goal. I would want to see him continue. All right. So, in my opinion, I would want Broja to be leading the line. I'm not confident with Jackson because I think, for me, he shouldn't be our starting striker.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he can play off the left or be a second striker, but I want Broja to be leading the line. That's what I'm comfortable with.
So, apart from Nicholas Jackson and Broja dilemma, the rest of the team, you hope that they start the same way.
Same. Sterling comes off the bench at 60 minutes. Enzo playing the double 6 with Caicedo like he did, and with Gallagher playing the 10, the way they bossed Fulham, they should be able to do the same thing again.
Okay.
And boss the game. Colwill, I'm not a fan of Colwill playing left back, but the boy is just I feel like he's a future captain at Chelsea.
Okay.
He just plays hard.
All right.
So they should keep going. And I think Malagosto, maybe if the straight red, I don't know if it was rescinded, and but I think he still will not be available. So we'll still have to play our normal backline with Cucurella playing at the right back. He has played in 2 games and he's put in a very good performance. One versus Mitoma in the Brighton game, and then the last game against Willian, which is not easy, even though Willian is old, but it's not easy. So I expect same lineup, no change. If he changes, then Pochettino, you're waffling, bruv.
Okay. And do you still have the same confidence in your goalkeeper that like you used to? He's still making these kind of silly mistakes, trying to pass from the back. Do you think against Burnley he should be playing long, or he should still be doing what he does?
No, he
Mistakes
has
are
to keep
mistakes.
playing. He has to keep playing the same way. That's not how you rectify it. He has to make better choices.
Okay.
Most of the game, he makes really good choices. It's just that he will always have that one moment in the game where he makes a bad pass, and you hope it's not punished.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think with Enzo and Caicedo dropping deep, giving him options like ball security,
Yeah.
I think he becomes more confident to make these passes. So he should keep playing like that. And his saving and shot stopping and everything like that, he's really been an upgrade so far. An upgrade on Kepa, for sure. Like corners, we don't have to worry about corners anymore.
Yeah.
He literally comes out and grabs them. Free kicks, he comes out and grabs them. So we have a height problem. You don't need a Kepa when your team is short already.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna continue to play the same
No.
way, and
Okay.
he will continue to improve.
Norma, do you have anything to add to it?
I already give Chelsea. Well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's still,
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
And by the way, you said Cole Palmer. Sweet Cole Palmer.
Mm.
Cole World, Cole World.
You're loving him so far.
The boy can do it all. He can do it all. I'm not even
So
exaggerating.
you see the next Ballon d'Or winner.
No, it's not. I don't do the Judas Abel thing. I don't do that.
He will not
I don't
smell
do that.
that thing for
I don't do that. But what I know is,
long time.
in that position, he'll be at the end of the season if he's not injured, and Poch doesn't get in his way.
Yeah.
Because maybe eventually he would want to start Sterling. Sterling should not be seen our first team lineup. He shouldn't. If they keep playing that kid, he would be in the top 5 for most chances created in the Premier League. Book it.
Okay, we are going to clip it. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go to the next game. Manchester United hosting Brentford. United lost their previous game against Crystal Palace. They used to brag about Old Trafford being a fortress. Now they've lost so many games in a short period.
Yep.
Brentford this season haven't been so good. Maybe because they are missing their talisman in Ivan Toney. So before we talk about predictions, can you talk about the team? United's team and Brentford's team.
No, for the Brentford game, it's a good game for Manchester United because Brentford is a team that has phases of how they play.
All right.
So they can sit and then they break at you. So it will be good. It will be a good game for Ten Hag to test him if his team have got over the hurdles, especially on controlling games out. Because usually, sometimes United will get goals and then they will concede and then they will lose focus and then they will lose a game. So this game is a good test for United, and it's also a game that Brentford can look forward to get a point. So that is how I see this game. And yeah, so I'm seeing this game. It can either be a draw or a United scrappy 2-1. But I'm seeing it as 1-1 or 2-1 in this game. Yeah.
Okay.
That defense that concedes goals hasn't gone anywhere. Same. Oh, nah. Same. Probably Amrabat playing left back.
Yeah.
Same. Lindelof playing center back. Same. So, what I'm trying to say is not much has changed. This would be a really, I feel like the Manchester United fans are on the edge. Some are Ten Hag in, some are Ten Hag out. He's losing too many games. The home is no longer a fortress. So Manchester United fans, do they look forward to the games? I don't know. This is the game. You know that game where the fans are like, we want out. If they lose to Brentford,
Yeah.
they would want him out. I mean, they already want the owners out. The coach is literally the last straw. I don't know if you've seen that meme where the bag, you hang it on by thread.
Yeah.
Literally, that's Ten Hag. That's what's keeping, United and the fans, like, that's Ten Hag right there. If they lose that game, I feel like it's...
A lot of fans are going to turn
the
on
booing.
him.
If Brentford scores 2, if they go 2 up, the booing will be louder than anything.
Yeah.
So this is a really crucial game that Manchester United. There's no two ways about it. I don't even think a draw is a good result,
Right.
according to the fans.
Yeah.
So for me, my head is giving Brentford and that coach, they're going to come in there and they're going to smell blood. And I'm predicting a 2-1 Brentford win.
Okay. Not to sound like a broken record or anything, we've shed so much spotlight on their defensive weakness, and Onana per se being the main person who has been brought in to actually improve or upgrade the whole defensive system of United. But for some reason, he's shipping goals more than actually saving them. Do you think Brentford, even though they are lacking their main goal scorer, but they having Wissal and Mbuemo, they are going to take advantage
Yep.
of this defensive weakness and
Yeah.
actually score goals? And because, like you said, if Brentford is to score the first goal or the first 2 goals, it's going to be a whole different game for
It's
United.
going to be toxic in
A
a
whole
toxic
different
at
game.
Old Trafford. Toxic.
Anthony is back in training, I guess. Is he going to play that game?
I mean, it will be.
Or do you think he
I
should
don't want
play
to call
that
it
game?
dumb, but he has not been playing. He's been dealing with mental issues.
Yeah.
So psychologically, is he even there? So he's training. Yes, in training ground, people are good. Like they do good things. In the match, fans.
Even
you
the
know,
opponent's fans.
probably have a song for him already. Prepared.
Yeah.
This is the difference between playing in the Premier League and playing in Spain. Like they don't target you like that, but in Premier League they target you. So
Yeah.
is he ready for that? All the spotlights, all the cameras. Is he ready? For me, just play Bruno on the right hand side, and maybe he comes in a second. If you're winning, he
Yeah.
comes in.
Yeah.
You know,
So,
ease him in.
in your opinion, for United to win this game, which midfield should they actually start with?
I keep saying that a club like Manchester United, you can't tell me you can't find somebody who will play on the left hand side or left back.
Yeah.
Yes, we're looking at it when we look at their team sheets. We don't see a left back, but there's an academy for a reason. Like find one of the best, players that play defensive in the academy. Put somebody in there. Partner Casemiro with Amrabat, and get Bruno playing in the middle. I know Bruno requires space and everything like that, but I feel like at some point Brentford are going to sit deep
Yeah.
to try to, cover the spaces, and maybe Bruno can get shots off. And then Højlund is Højlund is a bad man. Yeah, in that box, around the box, he can
He's
do.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if he can get shots, high volume shots, he can maybe be able to pounce on something or da. Do I start Rashford? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not. Garnacho.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll
And
start Garnacho.
Rashford comes off the bench.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. Take. Next game, Brighton, Liverpool. Brighton coming off from a 6-1 thrashing versus Aston Villa. Liverpool losing their game against Spurs. I think mentally, these two are coming into this game differently.
Wounded.
Yeah.
Wounded.
Both are wounded, but Liverpool might come in looking more angry, like we need to prove a point, like that one was a fluke.
It's not going to matter.
Brighton might also come like, we don't care that it's 6-1, it's the EPL, you lose some, you win some, and it's at home. And Liverpool, I think, have won only 1 game in all competitions out of 7 against Brighton.
Yeah.
So Brighton knows the cheat code to Liverpool. They know how to work Liverpool. They know how to beat Liverpool.
I thought you guys changed your owners from FSG to De Zerbi. I was just.
All right, that's a good one. I can't get mad at that. That's a good one. So, coming to this game, Liverpool are without Gakpo, without Curtis Jones, without Jota. 3 players who I can't say they are they're the first 11. Curtis definitely is. But Jota, Gakpo could have been. Are they going to play them? Are they not? So you wouldn't know how to prepare for them.
Right.
But now everyone knows Jota is out.
100
Gakpo.
million.
So now
Darwin.
it's Nunez who is playing.
He's
with
100 million,
Diaz.
right?
He's not 100 million, bruv.
No?
Is Mudryk 100 million?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
continue.
all right.
Okay.
That's what I heard. Okay, so we have Diaz, Salah, then Nunez in the middle, McAllister, Soboslai. Then on the left hand side, it's probably they might give a chance to Gavin Beck to start, or just play Elliott from the get go. We don't know. The back line, in my opinion, Gomez has been very good at the right back. Do we allow him to keep going to build on momentum and later bring Trent in, who just came from injury, so slowly work him in, or drop Gomez and bring Trent?
What would you do?
personally, I'll still start with Gomez because defensively, because already we know that Brighton know the key to Liverpool.
Wait, hold on.
Wait,
Hold
let me
on,
land.
hold on,
Let me
wait.
land. Let me land. I know you want to let me land.
Okay.
They have the key to Liverpool. So going forward, I think Trent is a lot better. Yeah, playing the inverted right back role. But Mitoma is there, and Mitoma maybe with Gomez might be a bit difficult than having him one-on-one with Trent. I'm a big time Trent fan, but you can't also overlook his weaknesses. Mitoma might be able to or might have a better game with Trent in my head.
Yeah.
Like I'm speaking from last season, what he did with Trent last season. But with Gomez, I think he might, even if he has a better game, like a good game with Gomez, it might be a bit difficult with Gomez than Trent.
So my question is, you're trying to ease in Trent,
yeah,
because you're afraid of Mitoma.
He's someone you have to look out for.
It's a question.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You're satisfied?
Alright.
Okay. Now your take on the game. Because I know you're a De Zerbi fan, so
I'm a huge De Zerbi fan.
yeah.
Huge. I love his football. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. They miss the Caicedo sauce in the middle because teams just run through them, like literally just run through them. But I think this game, he will be angry. He's a tactical maniac. I think he eats, breathes football.
Yeah.
He will be thinking throughout that game why they lost, and he'll be thinking about Liverpool and how to beat Liverpool.
All right.
And I think this game is either they win or it's a draw for Brighton. I think they'll come out ready to go. It's going to be a fantastic game. Nonetheless.
Yeah, regardless.
I'm going for a Liverpool win,
Okay.
like 3-0. I'm going for a Liverpool win. Yeah, Liverpool beat Brighton.
All right.
Oh, my predicted score is 2-1 Brighton. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Klopp will give Trent a start because he's a assistant captain. You don't do that to us. If Trent is who Trent is, he starts the game. He's the assistant captain, right? So if he is that guy, he should be telling the coach, knocking down the coach's door.
I'm breaking it down. I'm starting.
I'm fit. Start me.
All right.
Which means Mitoma will eat good.
Well, I think there's something I need to add to how Liverpool have changed the way they play now. Building from the back, yes, we still do the inverted right back, but then when we lose the ball, there's a difference. Like comparing to how City does it, Stones comes in from the right back, but then when they lose the ball, he doesn't go to right back.
Yeah.
It comes straight to CB. The right CB moves to the right back just to help, so he doesn't have to cover that whole space. And Liverpool have learned that skill. So in the past game when Trent was playing, if you notice, whenever we lose the ball and we are on the defense, Trent doesn't go to right back. Konate or Matip, whoever is there.
So who is fit for this game? Konate?
Konate is fit.
All right.
Yeah, so the right central back moves to the right back, then Trent just moves straight. So he covers less distance. So Trent actually starting, I don't have a big of a problem because he still will do the job. But if Gomez also start, good for me because first of all, he's a right CB who is playing at right back. So whenever he comes in and we are on the defense, he just like naturally shifts into the.
Gomez would make me change my pick to Liverpool win. But if we start Trent, we eat him good.
But I'm going for a Liverpool win in this game, and it's going to be like really, really good. I hope Mitoma has a game that is to forget because recently he's not been the Mitoma of last season. So I hope he's having an off game. So Liverpool win, maybe 3-1 to Liverpool. To the next game. Now the celebration, the champagne of England, Newcastle. They are popping.
Yeah.
After thrashing
PSG. Paris Saint-Germain.
Well, that's not where they started. They started collecting, Man City collected first. They knocked them out.
And they beat Sheffield 8-0.
Yeah.
So I think they came in.
The momentum
is
is
good.
Yeah.
And even with the whole UCL thing, a lot of people had like doubts.
Yeah.
But for you to think back to see how they played against PSG and they whooped them.
Yeah, the momentum
they are amazing. They are traveling to West Ham.
Yeah, West Ham is also a team that is good.
Yes.
They will set up really well. I think this game will be. It will go both ends.
Do you think this game is the game that Kudus should start?
Kudus.
I think I'm sorry, but Kudus made the wrong decision. Continue.
Well, I think it depends on how Moyes wants to approach the game.
Yeah.
Especially knowing that in the first half, West Ham will really come at us because it will be a game full of runners, and he has to maybe pick a good midfield three. But I'm sure James Ward-Prowse, Alvarez, and
Souček,
and
maybe.
Souček will be in that midfield. So he has to really protect himself, and obviously Boyne has to play because he's their best going forward in the team.
Yeah.
So that game is going to be a tricky game. It's going to be a tricky game. I think a draw or win for Newcastle, but because of the Newcastle run, I'll lean towards Newcastle winning the game. Probably 2-0, 1-0 game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like a close contest.
A close contest, yeah.
GQ?
For me, West Ham, they're in a good groove at the moment as well. Right? They're in a good groove. But the high for Newcastle. Now, you can look at it two ways. Coming off the midweek, playing against Mbappe and all these guys, you beat them, you feel good. Now they feel like they belong in that top four. They feel like they are top players.
Yeah.
All right? All of them. Well, it's also 2 games in short space of time.
That's true.
They put in a lot of energy.
They had to work hard for that win.
They had to work hard. A lot of times, especially in the second half, they were without the ball, trying to defend. West Ham are going to do the same. They're going to do the opposite. West Ham are going to give them the ball and they defend. So, attrition, muscles, pain, whatever, might play a factor and might help West Ham. So I think...
No, I think right now the games have not yet accumulated that much. So I think them having a game will be actually like, they'll be warm and ready.
Sharper.
They'll be sharper. And they might make maybe a few changes in the midfield because they have a good selection of subs.
That's
Newcastle.
true.
They have players that can come in for Tonali, for... Okay, Bruno maybe is on the
Undroppable,
midfield.
Yeah,
So probably there's no sub for him. There's Joelinton, there's
Longstaff.
there's Longstaff, there's
I think
Henderson,
Joelinton is injured.
There's Henderson, and then they have also I always mix up his name, Murphy. They have Murphy. They have a good set of selection of players that can pop up and do well. It's just maybe they lost Barnes.
Okay.
So that would have been good, but that will now give Gordon a good run of games.
Okay.
So which is good for the team. So yeah. So
I'll go with my prediction, and then I want to add something small. My prediction is the game ends 2-2.
All right.
2-2, and then I want to key on Kudus. I think David Moyes is a manager that doesn't like change. He doesn't change a setup, especially if the setup is
Working, yeah.
He doesn't change. Even when the setup is losing, he always had his Declan Rice, Souček, like every game, even though they're not playing well and they're saying, no, remove Souček, just leave Declan Rice and be more progressive. He doesn't like to change. So now that the team is looking stable, Kudus would have to be fighting for scrap minutes until maybe it goes really bad. So for me, I feel like it might have been a
bad move.
Yeah, not the greatest move.
Well, I'm going to I'll also go for a draw in this game, probably like a 1-1 in this game, because it's going to be like a close contest. And the reason I brought up Kudus is before we go to the next game, say the last thing, he's a dribbler. He and West Ham actually are better when it's like dead ball situation, because they have Ward-Prowse for the corners and the free kicks. And because Newcastle are very physical in their tackles, and Kudus is very hard to get off the ball, you have to foul him. So I think having Kudus in this game will be very productive for West Ham because of the dead ball situations. He dribbles 1-2, you foul him in a dangerous area.
But they also have Paqueta.
But Paqueta, yeah, that's true. That's true. Fair enough, though. But I would prefer to have Kudus in this game over
a Paqueta or Bowen.
Souček.
Or you want to play maybe Alvarez and Ward-Prowse, and then Kudus as a 10.
Yeah.
That's not. You are progressive. Moyes,
Yeah, Moyes.
Moyes don't do that.
Yeah.
He
He's
wants
going to
defend.
stack up the thing. Alvarez,
Okay.
Ward-Prowse, and Souček.
Okay,
for sure.
so the next game we are going Aston Villa and Wolves. The Wolves at home hosting Aston Villa. Wolves last game creating an upset, scoring the EPL favorite City 2-1, and Aston Villa whooping Brighton 6-1. This is going to be a very interesting game.
Very interesting, yes.
A very interesting.
I'm going for a draw in this game. I'm going for
Okay.
a draw.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a draw in this game for both sides because Aston Villa are not so consistent.
Aston
as
Villa
well.
But-
are at home, right?
They're not.
No,
so,
no. Who is at home? I think Wolves is at home.
Yeah, I don't think they're so consistent as well. They are not. They might play well this game and have a dip. So I'm going for a draw.
But it's Unai Emery.
Unai Emery, yes, and also Wolves are also a good opposition when it comes to transition and also the way they can.
So you
set up
think
for a
Wolves
game.
are going to sit back?
They are
and hit
going
on
to
the
sit
counter?
back, sit on. I think the game will be a new game.
0-0.
Ooh.
I doubt.
I will put money on it. It's not possible.
There's not going to be goals in this game.
Aston Villa has too much firepower. What's his name? The Oli Watkins,
Watkins is feeling confident
is
right
feeling
now.
good.
Like,
You
no,
know, he's
I
feeling
feel
good.
it's a new game. I feel it's a
Okay.
new game.
And okay, I think Wolves are going to try to hit them on a counter
All right.
like they normally do, but they're not going to like sit back so much.
Yeah.
You get me? No, they're going to try to play, but sometimes Aston Villa will overpower them and push them back into their half.
Yeah.
And they will be able to break. They will have their chances. I just think at the end of the day, Aston Villa beats them 2-0 or 3-1.
Okay. One other person we need to talk about is Jacob Ramsey, because whenever he's in a team, he is a fantastic talent.
Yeah.
But sometimes injury worries him a bit. But
Yes.
his goal, like the minutes he had against Brighton, he came in, changed it, took his chance really well.
Sure.
Is he someone that we should expect to start in this game to actually help Aston Villa beat Wolves?
My opinion, no, because the team is already playing well, as in Aston Villa.
Yeah.
He's a good talent. He's a good runner with the ball. You know, he tackles well. He will give you 100% every game. But I just think the way they play, Matikash and Digne, you know, it's working. And then Diaby, it's working.
Yeah.
So I feel like there might be room for him in the second half, but I don't think
So
he
for
should
now,
be.
he's
No, I don't
alright.
think. But he's a good player. Yeah.
All right. Now the big game for this weekend. Arsenal versus City. The teacher versus the student.
Yep.
There are so many things we can say about this. The last season's first against second. And in our previous video, we have already broken down the stats, the statistics, whatever, the tactics and everything. And I really hope Arsenal hosting City and they not having a good record against them. How do you feel going to this? Like, we watching this, are we going to have a good back-to-back game? Because Saka is out. Saka might be out because he got injured in the Champions League game. We have Rodri, who is also out. De Bruyne is not around. Martinelli is hurt. So many things. None of these teams have their best 11.
Yeah.
So they have to go into this game with the best they can come up with. How do you feel about this game?
Julian Alvarez.
He's going to be the game,
Julian Alvarez.
like the Spider-Man.
Okay. Saliba and Miguel. What's it?
Gabriel.
Miguel is Gabriel, right? They're going to try their best and try to work on Haaland, right? And if they only start with Declan Rice with no Partey in that middle, and they try to do their gimmick of Havertz and all this stuff, it's not going to work out right. But right now, the hot player coming into this game is Julian Alvarez. Arsenal has not been playing well. And City, actually, when you look at it, this is not a City-Liverpool rivalry, whereby Liverpool beat you sometimes and then you beat them sometimes. Mm-mm. The Community Shield win, I get it, okay, rah. But they don't fear Arsenal. as players. Like, if I play you so many times and every time
I win,
last time they were here, they won 3-1, right, in the Emirates. So it's like, do they have any fear in them? They'll just it's another game, another 90 minutes, and I think City win, but it's gonna be a tight one.
Okay.
It's gonna be but it's gonna come down to those small details.
Okay.
And City will get it over the line.
For me, I think Arsenal
2-0.
2-0 City.
It will be in the first half a tough contest because both sides will be fresh. But at the end of the day, Man City comes out with a win in this game. I think they come out of this game with a 3-0 win. And maybe Alvarez brace and Haaland header and 3-0.
So like
Haaland
predicting Haaland to
Haaland
break
breaks
his drought.
against
I mean, he
Arsenal.
loves Arsenal.
Yeah. So
Well,
he breaks
is Gabriel Jesus going to do anything against his former team?
Well, Gabriel Jesus is going to be. He usually plays well.
Yeah.
But going forward, you have to hope that he scores. For me, in my opinion, I don't
Sure.
think he's so
Sure.
clinical going forward. He will play well, but then if they are missing Saka and then Martinelli also has to be hot. I'm seeing them. I feel City will block them out.
Okay.
Because usually Gabriel has to drop deep, so he has to work extra hard to be on the end of things. So I feel City walk over them, and City win.
You did say something about Partey and Declan Rice. Partey is just coming off from a fresh injury. Do you think without Partey it's going to be easier for City to beat Arsenal than with Partey in the midfield with Declan Rice helping the team forward?
I'll put it this way. Arsenal can make it easier for themselves by playing Partey because there's no Rodri.
Yeah.
So there's this maestro that is not available.
Okay.
So what you need to do is come with all your ammo, right? Which is Declan Rice and Partey, and control the middle. If they do that, then I give them a better chance of winning because they can take the middle away from City. Yeah, because I don't trust that Kovacic and Kanji and Nunes, unless they drop Silva into that middle and then find somebody else to go. Maybe a Foden goes to play out wide, or they find a solution, or Jeremy Doku goes to play out wide on the right hand side. I mean, Pep will do. We'll try to do something. We'll see what he will bring, but Arsenal needs to help themselves more than thinking about would it hurt City. No, Arsenal need to take the advantage. That's my
Okay.
That's what I say.
Arteta and Pep. We know Pep loves playing very unconventional starting 11. He changes everything, changes the style of he's not conventional. He changes everything. Arteta seems to have picked up because he was the second
The
in
cone ball.
command.
No, he used to put the cones on.
Yeah, so he knows the game. So do you think in coming into this game, both of them are going to be in their heads trying to do something very special?
I feel mostly to be down to Arteta trying to do something special because of late Pep Guardiola hasn't really been changing much in the way he plays. He sticks to what he does the most. And Haaland, we know Haaland will be there unless he surprises us in the Arsenal. Only if he surprises us and if he drops some players. But we know maybe Daku will start, Alvarez, Haaland, and their midfield, and Bernardo. He'll play his best players where they're supposed to play. So probably maybe in the midfield he'll maybe add maybe the Nunes. Is it?
Yeah, Mateus Nunes.
Or maybe you put in somebody else there. But Pep, I don't think he'll overthink this game. He'll just tell the boys, you know how these guys play. We are better than them. We just have to pick our moments. Because right now, City are a team that, even though you may take the ball away from them, they will wait for their moment. And they know their moments will come in the Alvarez and in Haaland. And, the game will be done. So I think Arsenal will be the one that will overthink. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe just one thing.
All right.
There were couple of players that played well, but Pep is Pep. There are a couple of players that played well during the midweek.
Yeah.
You can say Foden played well. Rico Lewis was amazing. We know Alvarez is starting no matter what. We know he's starting. Jeremy Doku scored when he changed Grealish. So Pep has a bit of headache because would you start Rico Lewis? Would you not? Is the game too big for him? Is any game too big for that kid? I don't think so. So the lineup he will choose also maybe might shock us. And if he loses, you know what we will say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, he also has things to think about. And I think, yes, like you said, they will be thinking about it all day today and tomorrow till the referee blows the whistle.
Yeah. Well, I'm going for either a Pep win, a 2-1, or like actually Arsenal surprising us going for a draw, because it would be
That would be
a surprise.
You don't rate Arsenal, do you?
I don't really rate. Not like compared to City. I don't really rate them. They can pull the like the almighty surprise and win this game, and that would be like the headline for every newspaper out there, because it's Arteta, the student beating the how do you call it, the teacher.
Right.
Yeah, Community Shield he did, but nobody really.
It's a friendly.
Yeah, it's a friendly, a glorified friendly. So I'm actually going for City win or draw in this game. All right, guys, that brings us to the end of this show. But before we sign off, remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's hear from you in the comments. Hit that notification bell so that you hear from us anytime we upload a video. And come on, guys, share, because the channel is going to grow with your help. And I've been your host, Aiden, and I've had GQ with me and Noma. Yeah. And I want to say thank you guys for coming through. And I hope, who's going to win the prediction? Because you guys,
we would have to go back, write our scores down,
yeah,
and then we'll see.
So we are going to come back next week, and we will see who won the prediction. Hopefully, the winner would, will give the winner will get something from the loser. Yeah. So that's all, guys. And like we always say, the game is the game, and this has been our takes. All right, see you later.